Here we go.
Here we go.
Hi, Jo.
Hello, Luchana.
Hi.
So happy to see you.
Yeah, likewise. Same here. I can't stop looking the colors behind you, and you, of course, but these colors of the sun and the sky and the sea, and this is the ocean, probably not the sea.
It's the Gulf of Mexico.
Great.
Yeah, not quite the Atlantic Ocean. I'm in Akumal, which is on the Yucatan Peninsula on holiday. A well-deserved, earned holiday.
Nice.
A quick one, but just enough. Just enough to be in nature. To learn about the Mayan culture, which was very fascinating for the whole non-duality aspect. They believed in the gods above in the sky. They also believed in the gods below the earth. But the now was what was taking place on the earth, in between. Even though they believed it as three separate spaces, it was all one. So the Mayans, and knowing and bringing part of their culture, non-duality, well, they had three, but
yeah,
it's what has always been.
Yeah, as if yeah, we didn't find anything new.
No, they knew this long ago.
Yeah, this found us as well.
Yeah,
probably. So I'm really very glad to have you here. I don't think I mentioned to you the last time when we spoke that I don't know, for some time it happened like that there are no recorded talks like that, which is not something which I guess it is just happening like that at the moment, but I really enjoy our conversation last time, so we decided to do another one, and let's see what will come. So we know each other.
Yes.
Apparently from the forum, I think so, or it was not like that.
Liberation Unleashed, but I did see you. You came up in my feed during what some people like to call the dark night of the soul. Various videos appeared, and you were one of them. So I watched. I stumbled upon Liberation Unleashed, the video with, I'm not going to say her name because I will mutilate it. Dudes with the Liberation Unleashed, Aliana?
Yes, no, probably not Leona. Maybe.
Leona, she had some videos that came up in my feed.
Ilona,
and she showed her book. And I thought, oh my gosh, I had that on my bookcase. I had never opened it. It had been there for over a year. And I ran to it and I read it. And I went to the website and I posted my request. And a few days later, you responded. And I was just in shock. And yes, you were very patient, and you held a space for me and allowed me to ask questions without shame or guilt or feeling as if they were stupid or anything. You never, you just held the space and you listened and you gave advice. There wasn't any rush. There wasn't, it was just beautiful. And so I wanted to reach out to you today to say thank you, show my gratitude.
Oh my goodness. This is so touching to hear. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah. Obviously, there was an enough openness and sincere desire to meet like that. It wouldn't be possible before if this is not as well there in the apparent Jo character.
yeah,
It won't be possible.
you're so right. So that's what happened, apparently.
Yeah, I remember that we were having yeah, chats like that, probably a few weeks or more. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
remember. I remember that it was during the summer. We were in Greece and we were having this yeah. And then what happened? Tell me.
So there was no fireworks, there was no bells, there was no spark, nothing dramatic happened. I started going about life living as if there wasn't duality.
Hmm.
You even gave some examples of like just washing dishes, not really thinking about it, that it's not personal. Like, oh, I have to wash the dishes again. These are always so dirty. Da, 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 da. Can't I wait till tomorrow? I'm gonna have to do this again. Blah, blah. No, there was no stories attached. It was the character of Jo is washing dishes.
Hmm.
That's it. And they got done. And then I moved on to the next task. And I just approached everything with this new perspective. And then everything just seemed to fall into place. Things started to make sense.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then, a few months go by and I just had this desire to reach back out to you to thank you.
Oh, how sweet is that?
And I also feel this desire of sharing, because if I can just make a difference in one who is just seeking, like I was, to just hold a space for them like you did for me, then that's just amazing. Sometimes it's hard with words.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
in a way we have only words, so what to do?
Yeah.
I remember that you told me, you shared how life flows now. Not that everything is like perfect or whatever, but it's smoothly, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely sensations that arise. I mean, at breakfast, I was like, oh, I forgot I have a call with Luchana. I did. But that little bit of anxiety of like, oh, I'm nervous. And then that was it. I didn't attach to it. Oh no, what am I going to wear? Oh my God, da, 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 da. What time is it? What time is it? Oh, let me count down. How many more minutes do I have? No. It was the, oh, and then just moved on to the next thing. And that's just, yeah, the sensations of anxiety could arise, the sensations of a tear coming down the face when you see something. You're not dead to the world. You're not dead to the human experiences.
So
You just don't attach to them. Unless they're really good ones. Totally. If I feel joy and just want to smile for the next hour, I'm going to do that. I'll attach to those. But the negative ones, that dialogue that's been with me for, gosh, I guess it was 49 years, that was just always trying to keep me safe and don't do this and don't do that. Remember when this happened?
What happened with that voice? What happened? It's still there. It's just,
yeah, but it's
not so loud.
It lost its audience. it really did. And it just, it keeps trying. And sometimes, I'll run with it. I'm like, oh, well, Jesus, why? Why am I, no. And then there's a laugh about it because it's just like how quickly you can run with it. But it's just so easy to just not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. A year ago, I was in an extremely dark place. It just seemed like the end of the world to me. And, if you want to call it that dark night of the soul, whatever words you want to put off on it. I can't say my experience is like yours or anybody else's, or, because we can't do that. But that was just the time where I had to undo the layers of conditioning that had been put upon me, upon parents, upon society, upon religion, upon culture, upon government, upon everything that I have collected all those 49 years ahead and behind me, and break down the like what's not yours. I don't know if I can really give a good example, but just carrying, there's generational traumas. There's just things that just aren't yours. And it took some work. I had to do the work, the inner child traumas. And I think going through that process allowed me to find Jo, the authentic truth of Jo that has always been there.
Yeah.
She's never gone away, but she got covered. She got covered with a name the day she was born. Then she was weighed, and then she was measured, and then she was put on a calendar what day she was born, and then she's an astrological. She's a Libra. She's a this. She's a that. She's the youngest of four. It just layers and layers and layers. Before I could even take probably my mother's milk, I already had labels and conditions laid upon me, and they just keep coming.
Yeah.
As a human being.
Yeah.
Because we have these amazing, miraculous brains that, come up with concepts and just egoic conversations of this isn't going to keep you safe because this happened last time and you don't want that to happen again. And but is that happening right now? No. No.
Yeah, none of that is happening right now. Exactly. This is the game changer.
Yeah. So why waste your energy on it?
Yeah. Amazing question.
I can't go to the past. Can you go to the past? Can you go back to yesterday and clean it up and do it better? I can't go to tomorrow and make that all perfect and da 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 da. So why put your energy towards that? Because all you have is right here, right now.
Yeah.
It is just freaking beautiful. No matter where you are, even if you're not here. It's just all beauty. Because it's not controlled. It's not planned. It's not tainted with thoughts of what it could have been, what it should have been, what it can be, what it should be. It just is.
Yeah.
And that is all that is. Yay, words.
Yeah. It's amazing to be able to reflect so deeply like that. And when you say beauty, it is really fascinating how it is not an empty place here. We often hear words like, yeah, nothing, or emptiness, or yeah, it's in its essence is like that, but oh my goodness, it's so beautiful.
Yeah. That's really funny though, because it being non-duality, it is emptiness and full at the same time. So it's very dual. It's like, well,
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like the Mayans. There's the above and the below, but then there's the here and now. I don't know. They don't have to be numbers because that's just a concept itself too. It's just,
I mean, when we look at it like that, there is nothing which is not a concept, ultimately speaking. But yeah, some concepts are useful. Why not? Why not use them?
oh, sure. I mean, it's great to know not to walk in front of a bus, but then there's also
Yes.
why do I not walk in front of a bus? Because I was told not to do it. What could happen?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I saw in a movie or saw somebody else get hit by a bus. I don't know what's going to happen if I walk out in front of a bus. Maybe it stops. Maybe I don't do it. I don't know. What does it matter? There's no bus right here, right now.
Yeah.
So what does it matter?
Yeah.
But the conditioned body, I'll give you an example. There was this moment in time that happened this summer that maybe that was the real truth of really knowing I am not my body. I am not my mind.
Tell me about it.
I was on a hike in Maine, which is a beautiful state in the northeastern coast of the United States. And we went up a mountain, and we were coming back down, and it was very rocky and steep. And there was a little tree stub that caught my foot, and I completely face planted. But it was almost like screenshots of me falling.
Mm.
And I knew there was nothing I could do about it because it was happening. This is what's happening.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop it. I didn't put my hands out to break my fall. There was no time to think I could think my way through this. It was too fast. There was no way my brain could.
Yes. Yes.
So I was like, and I was down. It was like snippets of this is what's happening.
Mm.
And I used my hands to cover the corner of my head. I didn't reach out to grab something else. I didn't push. I don't know. It just happened. So I fell this way, and I laid there for a minute because it was the most beautiful thing to face plant down a hill, because I learned right then and there that my body knew what to do. It somehow saw that there was a rock nowhere else around there where my whole body laid, but right there, really close to where my head was going to fall on this particular side.
Mm.
And it knew to do this. Did I think that? I had no time.
Yeah.
There was no time. I had these knuckles, they were imprinted in my head for like an hour after. And I'm just the whole rest of the way in awe and just smiling on this hike of how beautiful that was. To fall, because I truly had an experience that my body already knew what to do.
Yeah.
Without the character of Jo trying to figure out what to do. And it happened. I couldn't control it. It's what happened. And that experience really allowed me to know the body's going to make the decisions. It's already doing it.
Yeah,
it's been doing it all along.
It's supreme intelligence, so to speak.
I don't know what it was, but I felt it.
Yeah, yeah.
And how could I not trust that? That instincts are already there. Just like it is for a squirrel to bury nuts when it starts getting cold.
Yes.
Just like
exactly.
a bird would know a storm is coming and maybe I should go hunker down. They're just in our being to know what to do without thinking. So yes, maybe that was my fireworks. That was my unicorns and rainbows and everything falling flat on my face, downhill on an incline on a mountain with knuckle prints in my head, and just in awe for the next hour of how beautiful it was to fall like that.
Yeah.
And then other things would come up, like when a headache would arise, it was like, oh, wow, that's happening. There's nothing personal to it anymore. It's not like, oh, I have a headache. I had a headache yesterday. I'm going to have one later. I don't, it's, yeah, you're going to give yourself a headache thinking about the headache. You know?
Yeah.
It's just constant chatter of unnecessary chatters. And so it's kind of fun to just wake up and be, you know, what's today? What am I going to see? What animal is going to arise? What crazy thing is going to come out of a human's mouth? Because all it is blah, blah, blah concepts, blah, blah, blah conditioning.
Yeah. It's like, it is like the weather. You have no idea what the weather is going to be today. And here
No.
it's the same. So
No.
some mornings you wake up and there is lightness and joy and frivolity and I don't know. And some you are grumpy. Not you, but there is grumpiness, let's say.
Oh, no. Grumpiness totally can arise, but do you want to remain grumpy the whole day?
Of course not.
Then let it go.
Yeah. Totally.
Oh, okay. You stubbed your toe and the first thing you did when you got out of bed, move on. Because if you don't, I tell you, I don't know if it's negative energy you put on it. You're going to spill your coffee. You're going to bump your head. You're going to be late for work. You're going to run out of gas. You're just going to keep going. The whole entire day is going to be ruined. You just threw it out into the universe that it's going to be a bad day. So you just said it. It's going to be a bad day.
And everyone knows this and everyone experiences this, I'm sure, even for
God,
one
totally.
time.
You're not going to have enough money when you get up to the cashier. It's just going to be, you just owned it. I'm having a bad day. You just put it out there.
Yeah, as
So
if
you're
you're
going to
ordering, as if you're ordering this. Yeah.
I know.
It's so funny.
I had control of it. Kind of you do, because you're just putting it out there. So you wake up, you stub your toe, and you're like, does it need to be tended to? Is it bleeding? I can get a Band-Aid. No, it looks okay. Let me move on. What's next?
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's totally different game.
But it's just fascinating. I'm in awe. I am in complete awe. But I will tell you where I do feel I'm not empathetic anymore. I used to be major empathy with everybody around me, my family. I was the caregiver. I was the caregiver for anybody that would walk through in my life, you know, whether it was one of my daughter's friends or everybody. I felt that was my need. That was the character of Jo, which was just conditions, 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 being the youngest, being responsible, blah, 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 blah. Okay, it doesn't matter. But I don't have that empathy anymore. But it doesn't mean I'm not nice. It's just I feel a sorrow for individuals that are so buried under their conditions. I know, I almost see their authentic selves almost like crying out saying, oh, I'm in here, please, I'm being smothered. And so there's this just sense of sorrow that they don't get to see what I see. Because they already have it.
Yeah.
We always already have it. It's always been there. So that's what I wanted to share with you, just that I wasn't that too long ago, that blah, 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 blah. And the little Jo is, help, find me. I'm here. So there are some days where it does just this sense of sorrow when trying to convert or to have a conversation with somebody else that just has the anxiety, has the depression, has these things that are just so heavy, because I truly know that they're not necessary.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. So thank you. Thank you for just, I don't know if you translate beacon or a lighthouse or the light that you just like held. And the character Jo and her conditioning needed that at that point in time. And I don't know how you came about on a feed. I mean, is that the universe saying here? Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's what
yeah.
happened.
Yeah,
But
it doesn't matter, but it's this, at the same time it's beautiful and touching.
yeah. But this, what matters to the character Jo, or apparently Jo, is I just want to share gratitude and just to thank you and Lebo. He was helpful on some calls too.
Oh.
And yeah, this is good. It's a good place to be.
Yeah, radically different than the place that we used to survive. The survival mode, it's radically different.
I don't feel like I've gone anywhere, but because I totally have been here all along. But
Yeah.
it's like a clean version of me. It's the truth. It's the honest. It's,
Yeah, you know it. When you know it, you know it. There is this here, it is known. Not by you, not by Jo, not by me, it's just known.
it is. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know what's next. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Isn't it amazing? Yeah.
I didn't know and foresee this happening, this conversation with you and I. Couldn't have planned that. There's no control in that.
Yeah.
It's just what happened. It's what's happening.
Yeah, there is this impulse to write, to connect, and there is, when there is a calling, there is an answer. It's so simple.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some questions are running here, but I'm just waiting to see which question will pops up first. I can't remember if I shared this with you, because it was when we see each other last time, about the birds which are eating the best apples on the tree.
Yes.
I tell you something like this. Yeah, I would like to share this again and to
Please.
and to ask
Sure.
how does like feel to you, or does this resonate or whatever. So we know we definitely experientially saw that there is no separate entity with the free will to choose, decide, manage, and control anything. So this is known by how the folks from the non-duality say, by no one.
Right.
And still, when we are watching, when we are picking the apples, when we were visiting my mom's house and we were picking the apples from the tree, and Lou said to me, look, the birds are eating the best apples. They don't have free will to choose, and still they are picking the best ones. And that just blows my mind again. So can we say, so from the experience here, so there is no separate entity with a free will.
Right.
And paradoxically, everything is free will. Like you said, if you decide that you are going to have a bad day, and here you go, you receive a bad day.
Right. Yeah. It's funny you use the birds and the apples. I'm in awe with just watching animals in nature and the trees and the flowers, and their knowing of already knowing what to do. Their instincts, you might see a tree turn because the sun there might be something blocking there, and it's just what's happening. And just to see it everywhere, it's so important to go out into nature and away from some of these man-made materials.
Yeah.
Because it's like watching a puzzle, to just see how a flower, one petal's here and one's there, and then the next one, and then there's a pattern, and then the one over here did the exact same thing, and it knew how to do that, and just the beauty of that. And then to watch some animals communicate with one another, or even fight over, territorial spaces, or over food or water, or, it's always been here.
Yeah.
It's just we don't take the time to observe and appreciate and just truly witness how it already is, how it always was, and how it will most likely be the next day. And it's just so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. I was watching the waves, and it's, or even just like a little river or water going through, and you see how it hits a rock and it's breaking, and it's always the white water. The water that's hitting that rock isn't the same water all the time. It's the water that was already up the stream and it's going somewhere else, but it still looks the same over that rock.
Yeah.
The same splash. It knows to go around it. It knows to, it's not like that water saying, hey, back there, you're going to need to come and you need to turn this way. And here, there's going to be a rock here. And then, this water right here is not looking up ahead saying, what's ahead of me? No, it's just this pattern that's just existing and happening. It is just, there's messages everywhere of that in nature, especially. It's just,
yeah, absolutely.
And to think that we're allowed to be the human being on this planet at this time, and we develop this amazing conceptual brain to know if we're safe, if we're not safe, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But we're also have the ability to enjoy it, to observe it, to touch it, smell it, the sensations of it.
Yeah.
To hear the water going through. Did that water tell the water way up there, you need to sound like this when you go around that rock? No. There's no control, no plan. It's what's happening. And it's just beautiful. It's all good. So it's just everywhere you go. And it's just, what's the next day going to bring me? Because it's just, I want to learn. I want to learn more. I'm just the wonder.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I missed out these last 49 years. Because I had blinders on of what everybody says I should see, what I shouldn't see, what I should do. You can't smell that. You can't do this. You can't wear that. You can't believe in this.
Yeah, shut up.
It's so toxic. It's just so sad because it doesn't have to be that way. You can let go. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, free will. That's really funny.
Yeah, it's paradoxical. Yeah.
Yeah. And cause and effects. Yeah. The rock caused the water to split.
Yeah.
That's the effect. Okay. Doesn't matter. That's just what's happening.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Unless you want it to. We can attach a story about that and talk about it for 20 minutes. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and at the same time, paradoxically, everything matters. Especially
Oh
when
yeah.
I show, like, yeah, these paradoxes amaze me a lot.
It's just so fun to experience this as a human. This is apparently this is my time to do it. Here we are.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, thank you
Oh.
for taking the time to hear the story.
Thank you. Thank you for
Of
reaching
one
out.
of your students
No, student.
who
No.
who heard the message, didn't understand the message, asked a lot of questions about the message, and realized that there is no message because it's always been here. But that's okay.
Yeah. When you mentioned student, I've heard something very beautiful, in my opinion, from someone. I can't remember. I saw it in a movie, I guess. A lady said that no one should die as a student. You should die as a teacher, no matter what you are going to teach others. It doesn't matter. Just don't die as a student.
No.
And also,
No.
each one of us has something to say, something beautiful, something inspiring, something important. Each one of us.
Yeah. I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah, this feeling of this falsity of superiority and inferiority, is it correct?
Sure, yeah.
This
Yeah, I know
feeling
what you're
is, I know that also for you is not relevant, because you know who is there to be someone special.
there is an authentic self that's in there that wants to be here doing the human experience. I do believe that, and or I don't know. I like her. She's a lot of fun. She's a lot of fun. She's really funny. She's not grumpy and angry and confused and depressed and anxious like the character that has been for most of her life. That person's gone. That character is gone. And you ask any of my relatives and friends that are close to me, oh, you're a new person. I'm really the authentic one. So thank you. I was never the person that you always knew. That wasn't truly me. Let me introduce myself. So yeah, I think there has to be somebody here to appreciate the experiences. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, how the relationships are now. Is there any dramatic change or a subtle change?
Yeah, I mean, there's some interesting. I had recently divorced, and I'm having the best conversations that I've ever had in my entire marriage with this individual, my
Mm,
ex. Um, our children are very important to us, and that's a common link. So it's very important that we have good communication.
yeah, yeah.
Um, there's no reason to taint it with anger and that, oh, we should have, could have, would have, blah, 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 blah. It's just what happened. Um, and moving forward of just, I don't have any expectations or agendas of what, a relationship should be. Um, yeah, I see people's conditioning, and that does make it a little challenging because I see also their authentic self somewhere buried down in there. I want to save them, but it's not like I feel this need that I have to, like I used to as a caregiver. I just feel like I need to hold a space for them.
Yeah.
I
This
can't change them.
is
I don't know what they're.
different.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I was saying that this is very different to hold a space without trying to give advice or without trying to help, because you can't help. I mean, in the ultimate sense, you can't help anyone.
No,
You are
but
not
totally
helping
different.
anyone.
No, if they want to ask questions of how I see things differently, that's totally fine. But
Yes, yes.
as far as me feeling I need to fix and control and take over and recommend, and you should do this and you should do that, I know what you're thinking and blah, blah, blah. No, nobody knows what anybody else is thinking. Nobody knows what is the best advice for somebody else. It's just ridiculous if you could think that.
Yeah, it's
So
a little bit arrogant. Like
no, it's just like, who am I to think and know when you think and know? No. So, but yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what next? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We can have more conversations. I love having conversations with you.
Great.
I want to have conversations with other individuals that want to have them. So
Yeah, you share with me.
Here we are.
You are going to start, or you are started already a channel?
I've established it, and it's ready to go. I've been doing recordings of just topics that arise at that point in time. I just feel I have a message to share because I can't say I've been in somebody else's shoes, but I haven't. My journey, I hate all these words. The journey that character Jo just went on, didn't do it alone. I couldn't find me alone. I needed other human interactions in order to feel comfortable knowing I was going in the right direction.
Yeah, when we are alone, we are very easily lost. This is for all of us, Yes. I mean, very easy. And when you have someone to reflect with you, it's like you are looking at the mirror. You're looking yourself.
Right. Because that's how we know each other. I mean, we're humans. We do thrive on others. We whether it's family or societies. I mean, it's just how we are in tribes, and we look to learn how to do things through others. So, I mean, it's good things, and there's nothing really wrong with that. Yeah. So there we go.
I'm going to put the description and the info how
Thank you.
People can reach you.
You can find me.
Yeah. And let's see.
My Instagram too. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Lovely. Yeah, I'm going to start probably a new Instagram soon, but let's see when. I had, yeah, something happened with my both Facebook and Instagram. They've been hacked. And then, yeah, but yeah,
What happens?
it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yay, yay, humans. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, when there is an inspiration, it's so different. When there is this from here, like spark or I don't know, what is that, which lights up us, like ding.
Yeah, an inspiration, a spark. Yeah. I always feel like there's like some sort of knowing, and I feel this knowing that if I could just help one, if I can help two, if I can help three, if I can help however many, that I feel like I can rest as the teacher, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was a student for 49 years seeking. And it wasn't until the very end there and learning about non-duality that it was like quick after that.
Yeah.
It was like that was the last thing I needed to hear.
Yeah. For many of us, it's like that. This is, they say that this
Oh
is
yeah,
the last
the end of the road.
This is the end of the road, probably.
Yep.
Literally.
Gateless gate. The gateless gate.
And still,
Yep.
this life existence, whatever we may call it, it is going on. It doesn't stop. It never stops. It never.
Exactly.
And if you pretend that something like stop here and yeah, that's it. Oh, good luck with that.
Exactly.
Life constantly invites us for a dance. Constantly. The invitation is ongoing, like go, 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 go.
Right.
I'm going to check the time just to be
Yeah, I think it's good.
for you
This
to
is
not miss your
yeah, I know. I don't want.
Oh yeah, we are almost 50. Oh,
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, we can
Thank
leave it like that, and we can definitely make a second part. Why not?
Sounds good.
Yeah, again, thank you for your openness, and yeah, I don't know what else to say.
I don't know. Thank you for getting me here.
I'm going to